It's finally here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Yeah. Let's go ahead and put her together. Nice. Damn, this thing feels nice. And it's light too. So after setting this up, I thought to myself, this could be a very long video. So today we're going to keep it simple. And the goal is going to be to just balance the gimbal out with the A7S III and make sure that everything is good to go for tomorrow's shoot. So that's what we're going to be doing here. I've already set up the base plate. As you guys can see, I attached a little piece of the lens mount to hold it up because we're working with a 24 to 70 G Master Mark II lens. And then also this piece right here, this little slide piece goes underneath. And then you have the twist version of the nut, boom, to clip it in. And that's what we'll be attaching onto the A7S III. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is insert this piece onto the cage. Mindful, I am using a cage. It does change the weight when you're going to be balancing out on the gimbal. Just FYI, especially with vertical from what I've seen online. But I'm going to place this piece right here on the back. So I'm going to slide this forward. And then I'm going to place this in the back. There we go. Perfect. Make sure it's tight on there. Flip it down. Now this piece, you want to make sure that it's pushing up right against it is good to go. Now, that being said, here's the lens mount like I showed you guys earlier, or the lens mount supporter. Now we're going to slide this sucker in. Perfect. Make sure that it's locked. This piece, unscrew, push it up towards the lens, sitting up on the key or sitting up on the lens. We're good to go here. Now we're just going to simply take it. We're going to slide it in. Boom. Should be good. Now we can use these little dialers here to just roll it back. And we're just going to leave it right here for right now and lock it. All right, next piece is going to be the active tracking, which we're going to just simply hold these two little brackets, push down, it's magnetic, boom, perfect, secured. And we're gonna use the 90-degree USB-Cs. All right, with the USB-C, with this one connecting here, we're gonna point it down. And then once we loop it around this piece here, perfect. All right, so now we're gonna turn the camera on. We're going to go to network and you're going to scroll down to 6, which is Bluetooth, at least on the Sony A7S III. Bluetooth function is on. Perfect. We're going to turn on the gimbal. Yep, English. Okay, let me set this up real quick. Okay, after you got your gimbal turned on and registered, you're going to go to the Bluetooth and it's already on. Then we're going to go to pairing. Okay, now we'll just come down here. What we're going to do, we're going to swipe down the Bluetooth with the camera, boom, hit the Sony, confirm, there it is, the A7S III. Now we're going to hit connect, hit OK up top on the camera, boom, it's paired. All right, next step. Our next phase is to connect the USB-C to USB-C for more camera control. We're going to go to the front. That's probably why it has to go up. There we go. And this one through here, there, slide it underneath, and then we're gonna put it right here in the USB-C port, boom. All right, finally got it. For some reason, I was struggling with this, especially getting more control of the A7S III with the gimbal, but I got it. Here, let me put you guys on. So on the settings, after you go to Bluetooth functioning on and you're pairing it, right? See there, it's connected. You wanna make sure right here, Bluetooth remote control, turn that sucker on, okay? Use paired devices, and it's already there. Now, when I scroll up into dial functions, now if I hit ISO aperture, like right now it's on ISO, let me bring this back up, and I use the dialer in the front, look, the ISO, I have control of it now. Same thing if I go down here and click aperture, watch, now aperture, when I use the dialer, 2.8, all the way to 13. Now I have control. All right, at least we got that piece figured out. Please, please, please make sure that you hit that control setting on the Bluetooth on, okay? So now we actually have access to its full capability without having to touch the physical camera. Let's do this the old school way then. Let's start from the top. So we're gonna unlock the tilt axis. It's straight down, forward, a little bit back more. Okay, down. No, straight. Just get it. Okay. That should be good right here. All right, we got it. See, straight ahead, we're good. Up, perfect. Straight down. Voila, masterpiece. Make sure that they're all locked in. Go ahead and lock that. Now, the next one is going to be the roll access. Let's see here. We're going to unlock that. Okay, seems to be falling to the right. That means we got to go left. Go to the left. Honestly, right there is perfect. Good. A little bit more right there. Perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and lock that one. Okay, and now the pan access, which we tried earlier. Let's see how this goes. Unlock it. You gotta go back. The pan access, man, what the flip? Oh, wait, there we go. Okay. I think we got it here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. That's so weird, because if I do the trick where they do this, put it up against me. Oh, it works. It freaking works. Let's go. Perfect. All right. Now it should be balanced. All right, let's go. Let's go. Because that's the trick. The trick is once it's balanced and you tilt it at a 45, it shouldn't go anywhere. And then other way as well. A lot of people do what you saw, align it and place it against their stomach to see if it tilts, and then they adjust it from here. And I was skeptical at first, but it actually works. All right, let's test it if it is actually balanced, even though I know it is, but we're gonna unlock all the axes here. We got the tilt axis, the roll axis, the pan axis. They're both, all three of them are unlocked right now. And the way to test it is it shouldn't move anywhere you put it. Yes, okay, perfect. Now we're gonna calibrate it. And then we've been here before. If you used any DJI gimbals, we're gonna go here, start calibration. It's calibrating 100%, and it should be good now. All right, let's test this out. Yes, ooh, perfect. Yes. Yo, this thing is light though, man. Wow. Why is the joystick not working? All right, we got to figure out the joystick now. As you guys can see, I'm going to stop recording. No, the dialer works. Now it's got to get this joystick to work now. See what it is. And lastly, another tip, just in case, so you're not stressing out. If you find that your joystick isn't working for some reason, there's a button here on the side, which is it's between zoom, which is the top, which it was on for me, versus if you go down now, look, it's for the joystick. Man, they really don't tell you this stuff on YouTube, man. But there it is. Now we just have to fine tune the joystick speed and we'll be ready to go. And lastly, I wanted to go over would be the intelligent tracking. So all I'm gonna do is just triple click. It'll flip over to me. You can either draw on it or just hit the confirm. Follows me. Nice. But that's it for this video. Definitely gonna have to take this out into the field and play around with it some more and be able to utilize the intelligent tracking. So I'm able to get better orbital shots. And also as well, we have to adjust the speed of the joystick so that it's smooth and not so aggressive when it comes to using it. But hopefully you guys got some value out of this video and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.